Forged instrument. A forged instrument is one on which the signature of drawer, maker, or acceptor is forged. A forged instrument is ineffective and its holder cannot recover the amount due on it. Any person who has paid money by mistake on forged instrument may recover from the receiver. Forged instrument. Forged endorsement. If an endorsement is forged, the endorsee gets no title to the instrument even if he is holder in due course. If in a bearer instrument or in an instrument endorsed in black there is a forged endorsement, the holder gets a good title because holder derives title by the delivery and not by the endorsement. Instrument without consideration. A negotiable instrument made, drawn, accepted, endorsed, or transferred without consideration creates no obligation of payment between the parties to transaction. But if the instrument is transferred to a holder for consideration, he can recover the amount from the transferor or any prior party. And now we get to another portion of our tutorials, and we call it dishonor of negotiable instrument. A negotiable instrument is dishonored when the drawee refuses to accept it or make the payment. A negotiable instrument may be dishonored by non acceptance or by non payment. Dishonor by non acceptance. A bill is treated as dishonored in any of the following circumstances: when the drawee does not accept the bill within 48 hours from the time of the presentment for acceptance, when one or more drawees refuse to accept the bill, when presentment is unnecessary and the bill is not accepted, when the drawee is incompetent to contract, when the drawee gives the conditional acceptance, when the drawee is a fictitious person, when the drawee cannot be found after reasonable search, when a drawee in case of need is named in a bill and it is dishonored by such a drawee. Dishonor by non-payment. A note, bill, or check is dishonored by non-payment under the circumstances such as when a note is presented for payment and the payment is refused, when a bill is presented to the acceptor for the payment and he refuses to make the payment, when a check is presented to the bank for the payment and the bank refuses to make the payment, when the presentment of negotiable instrument is not required and it remains unpaid on maturity. Consequences of dishonor. The following consequences of dishonor of negotiable instrument may take place. The holder becomes entitled to sue the parties liable to pay thereon. The drawer, maker, acceptor, and all endorsers are liable to a holder in due course. The holder may have the instrument noted, and protested before notary public. Notice of dishonor. When a negotiable instrument is dishonored by non-acceptance or by non-payment, the holder of instrument must give a notice of dishonor to all the prior parties to make it liable, or rather make them liable. Notice by whom? Well, the persons must give notice of dishonor. They can be such as the holder of the instrument, the authorized agent of the holder, the party who is liable on the instrument, the party receiving the notice of dishonor to all prior parties. Notice to whom? Earlier there was notice by whom and now notice to whom. Well, the notice to whom dishonor must be given to all parties whom the holder seeks to make liable, to the authorized agent of the party, to any one of the persons if several persons are jointly liable, to legal representatives of if a person liable dies, to official assignees if the person liable is declared insolvent.